Huacachina, one of Peru's most unique destinations. A small oasis surrounded by towering sand dunes in the middle of the desert. Known for its thrilling activities and dreamy sunsets, and for many travelers, the next stop when journeying south through Peru. We spent 2 days exploring, relaxing, and enjoying the activities here, then continued to Nazca to uncover its mysterious lines, before heading up to Arequipa, our next destination high up in the Andes. And in this video, we're going to show you how to get here, what to do, and where to stay. So let's dive in. The easiest and most comfortable way to get here is by bus. In Lima, there are 2 main bus terminals, Javier Prado and Autocongo. We left early from Autocongo and traveled to Ica with Cruz del Sur, one of the most popular and reliable bus companies in Peru. Buses run daily, from early morning until late evening, and the journey takes around 5 hours. Ticket prices usually range between 40 and 100 soles, depending on the type of seat and bus. And before boarding, you need to pay a small terminal fee of 2 soles at the central ticket office. Once arrived in Ica, it's just a short taxi ride of about 15 minutes to Huacachina, costing around 20 soles. Huacachina is a small natural oasis in the Ica Desert, formed by underground water sources that allowed plants and trees to grow in this dry landscape. It became especially popular in the 1960s as a summer resort, and today it has grown into one of the country's most popular stops for both adventure and scenery. According to local legend, the lagoon was created when a princess, startled while bathing in the desert, tried to escape from a hunter. As she fled, she dropped her mirror, which shattered and turned into the lagoon, while she herself disappeared into the water and became a mermaid. Right around the lagoon, you'll find the heart of Huacachina, a small boulevard lined with hostels, restaurants, bars, tour agencies, and souvenir shops. It's a lively but relaxed place, where you can take a walk around the oasis, grab some food or a drink, or just sit down, relax, and take it all in. And if you want to experience the oasis from the water, you can also rent a small boat and head out onto the lagoon. But what really stands out are the massive dunes surrounding the oasis. The oasis lies within Peru's vast coastal desert, one of the driest desert regions in the world, stretching for roughly 2,400 kilometers along the Pacific side of the country. Some of the dunes are among the biggest on the continent, rising to around 150 meters and creating an almost surreal landscape of endless sand in every direction. This is also where Huacachina's most thrilling activities take place. And without a doubt, the most famous one is the Dune Buggy Tour. These colorful and powerful buggies line up in the desert, ready to take you across the dunes at high speed, creating a thrilling ride through the desert. After the ride, it is time to swap 4 wheels for a board and find yourself on top of a massive dune, ready to see if you can make it down without eating too much sand. The tour costs around $25 and lasts about 2 hours. In our opinion, the best time to experience the desert is in the late afternoon, as it gives you the chance to catch sunset over the dunes. That is also one of the reasons we made sure to leave Lima early in the morning. But for one of the most beautiful sunsets, simply hike up one of the highest dunes on foot. You can reach the dunes through the back entrance, where for a small entrance fee of around 4 soles, you're allowed to enter the desert. This is also the same entrance used for the Dune buggy tours. It's definitely a workout, but the views at the top are absolutely worth it. From here, you get a stunning view over the Oasis, the city of Ica, and the surrounding desert as it slowly turns a deep golden color. If you're looking for more adventure, Huacachina also offers the chance to go paragliding over the desert, giving you a completely different perspective over the dunes and the oasis below. As for accommodation, we stayed at Bananas Adventure, one of the most popular places to stay in Huacachina. The hotel has a relaxed and welcoming atmosphere, with a vibrant courtyard, good music, excellent food, and a swimming pool to cool off after a hot day in the desert. On the rooftop, you'll find several chill-out areas overlooking the lagoon. Our private room was spacious, with a comfortable bed, a modern bathroom, air conditioning, a flat-screen TV, and a fridge. After exploring the sandy dunes of Huacachina, we continued our journey to one of the most mysterious places in the world, Nazca, where we stayed for one night. From Ica, we took the bus to Nazca, a journey of around 2 hours and 45 minutes, with tickets costing around 40 soles. The buses in Peru are known for being very comfortable, and the seats can recline up to 160 degrees, making it easy to arrive well-rested after a long journey. For this ride, we chose front row seats by the window so we could also enjoy the desert scenery along the way. Nazca itself is a small town with its own central square, but of course it is best known for its mysterious geoglyphs, which you'll also find reflected throughout the town. These enormous figures are only truly visible from above, and the best way to see them is on a flight in a small propeller plane. We booked our flight with Nazca, where the flight takes around 30 minutes and covers 13 of the most important Nazca lines. The next morning, we were picked up from our hotel and taken to the airport. Once we arrived, we first had to pay the airport tax and tourist ticket, get weighed, and receive a short introduction before takeoff. Before boarding, your seat is assigned based on your weight, to ensure proper balance during the flight. The flight itself can be quite intense, with sharp turns and some turbulence, so if you're sensitive to motion sickness, it's something to keep in mind. Most of the lines were created more than 2,000 years ago and became widely known in the 1920s, when pilots first spotted them from the air. Although many theories exist, their exact meaning remains a mystery to this day. In total, there are more than 800 straight lines, around 300 geometric figures, and about 70 animal and plant designs spread across the desert. During the flight, the pilot shows you where to find them and explains more about them along the way. This flight was one of the highlights of our trip through Peru and is definitely worth doing. But if you're not up for it, you can also visit the viewing tower along the Pan-American Highway. For a small entrance fee of around 10 soles, you can still get a decent view of a few of the figures. After that, it was time to move on. So we headed back to our hotel, packed our bags, and got ready for a bus ride of more than 10 hours to Arequipa. Keep in mind that most long-distance buses in Peru have a weight limit per suitcase, usually around 20 kilos. If you carry more, you may have to pay a small additional fee. For this long ride, we chose seats on the lower deck. They feel much more stable and quieter, and the seats can recline almost fully, making it much easier to get some sleep. These tickets usually cost around 150 soles per person. The seats come with personal TV screens, a small travel kit with a blanket, and a lunch package. So, what did you think of Huacachina and Nazca? And would you dare to take this flight? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video as we continue our Peruvian journey in Arequipa.